Phaedra Parks is done being unhappy with her time on Married to Medicine and is making a big comeback to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But why did she leave Married to Medicine in the first place? And what made her rush back to Archo? Was it the drama, the paycheck, or something deeper? Well, we have all the inside details on Phaedra's surprising reality TV switch. From behind-the-scenes tension to what she really thinks about her time on Married to Medicine, the details are juicy, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. Phaedra Parks has been a well-known name in reality TV for years. From being one of the most talked-about stars on Archo to her short but dramatic time on Married to Medicine, she always knows how to keep the audience entertained. But after just one season on Married to Medicine, she decided to leave and return to Archo, leaving fans wondering, what really happened? Was Phaedra unhappy with the cast? Was the show's energy too different from what she was used to on Housewives? Or was she just using it as a way to get back to her original reality TV home? There have been whispers for a long time that Phaedra never fully fit in with the Married to Medicine group. Some cast members had tension with her, and no matter how hard she tried, it always seemed like she was an outsider. And of course, there is also the money factor. Some sources say Archo offered her a much bigger paycheck and a better deal, making it impossible for her to say no. But is money the real reason she made the switch? Or was there something much deeper going on behind the scenes? Today, we are diving into all the drama that led Phaedra to leave Married to Medicine and run back to Archo. We will break down the biggest conflicts, the real reasons behind her exit, and even what Phaedra herself has said about her decision. So get ready, because this story is about to get very messy. Phaedra's controversial start on Married to Medicine. When it was first announced that Phaedra Parks was joining Married to Medicine, fans had mixed reactions. Some were excited to see her return to reality TV after her unforgettable exit from Archo, but others questioned whether she even belonged on the show. Let's be honest, Married to Medicine has always focused on women who are doctors or married to doctors. That is the heart of the show. While Phaedra had been in a relationship with a doctor before, she was not someone fans linked to the show's original idea. She was a lawyer, not a doctor's wife anymore. From the very beginning, she felt out of place. Unlike Archo, where she had deep friendships and business connections in Atlanta, her time on Married to Medicine felt more like a guest appearance that turned into a full-time role. Some cast members were not happy about it. The growing tension between Phaedra and the cast. At first, Phaedra did her best to fit in. She showed up to events, laughed at the jokes, and even got involved in the usual drama. But there was something missing. Sources say that some of the women questioned why she was even there. The show was supposed to be about women in medicine and their struggles balancing work, family, and friendships. But Phaedra did not have that same connection. She was used to Archo, where personal drama took center stage. And then came the tension. One of the biggest issues was that Phaedra was very guarded. She has always been careful about how much of her personal life she shares, and that did not sit well with some of the Married to Medicine women. They're used to opening up about their struggles, whether it is marriage problems, career stress, or personal issues. Phaedra, on the other hand, knew how to give just enough drama without exposing too much of herself. This became even more clear when Dr. Heavenly brought up Phaedra's past with Apollo. That moment completely caught Phaedra off guard. She did not expect anyone to go there, and she immediately tried to shut down the conversation. But Dr. Heavenly was not having it. She told Phaedra, "You cannot keep running from your past. People want to know the truth." That was the turning point. Phaedra fired back with a shady response, but the damage was already done. The room was filled with tension, and the rest of the cast sat in shock. What was supposed to be a simple conversation had turned into a full-blown argument. And just like that, Phaedra was done. Did Phaedra ever truly want to stay? Some fans believe Phaedra never planned to stay on Married to Medicine long-term. They think she took the role as a way to stay relevant while waiting for the right moment to return to Archo. Others say she gave it a real shot, but when things did not work out, she saw Archo as her best option. And then, of course, there is the money. Sources say Bravo offered her a much bigger deal to return to Archo. The show has been struggling in recent seasons. Many of the original stars, like Nene Leakes, Portia Williams and Cynthia Bailey are gone. Viewership has dropped, and fans have complained that the drama just is not the same. So, what was Bravo's solution? Bring back someone who knows how to shake things up. Bravo's plan to save Archo. Insiders say Bravo planned Phaedra's return carefully. They knew she was a controversial figure. Some fans love her and others do not. But one thing is certain, she gets people talking. And let's not forget the unfinished business she has with her former castmates. Back in season 9, Phaedra was fired after it was revealed that she spread a damaging rumor about Kandi Burruss. The revelation was so shocking that even Andy Cohen called it one of the darkest moments in Housewives history. Now, with Phaedra back, fans are wondering, how will Kandi react? Is Bravo setting the stage for another explosive showdown between them? Or does Phaedra have other unfinished business that nobody knows about yet? Phaedra's power move. One thing is clear, Phaedra is not just coming back to be another cast member. She is making a power move. Think about it. Why now? The Archo cast is weaker than ever. Many of the biggest names are gone. By staying away for a few years, Phaedra let the demand for her return build up. Now, she is in control of her own story. When she left, it was in disgrace. But now, she has the chance to rewrite her narrative on her own terms. Did she wait for the perfect moment, knowing Archo needed her more than she needed Archo? Or is there something even bigger happening behind the scenes? One thing is for sure, this is not just a return. This is a comeback with a strategy. And the drama is only just beginning. But wait, how does Kandi feel about Phaedra's return? Is she planning revenge for what happened in season 9? Stay tuned, because in the next section, we are breaking down everything we know about the brewing war between Kandi and Phaedra. At first, it seemed like Phaedra was fitting in well. She brought her signature charm, quick wit, and shady one-liners, everything that made her a fan favorite on Archo. But behind the scenes, there was growing tension. Some cast members reportedly felt that Phaedra was not being real with them, that she was just playing a role instead of truly being part of the group. Unlike Archo, where she had history and real friendships, here she was the new girl in a tight-knit circle. One of the biggest rumored feuds was with Dr. Heavenly Kimes, who is known for speaking her mind and not holding back. Heavenly reportedly questioned why Phaedra was even on the show and made comments suggesting she was not truly invested in the medical world. And that was just one of the many issues that made Phaedra's time on Married to Medicine short-lived. Now, she is heading back to Archo, and fans are wondering what drama she will bring this time. One thing is for sure, Phaedra Parks knows how to keep things interesting. Some people believed Phaedra joined Married to Medicine just for the paycheck and screen time. This did not sit well with her because she was used to being in control of her own story. On Archo, she knew how to handle conflicts in a smart way, but here, she was dealing with strong-minded women who were not afraid to challenge her. And then there was Quad Webb, another big personality on the show. At first, Phaedra and Quad seemed to get along, but as the season went on, their relationship became tense. Some sources say Quad saw Phaedra as competition, especially since Phaedra was already a well-known reality star before joining the show. But was this tension enough to make Phaedra feel like she did not belong? Or was she simply waiting for the right time to make her next move? The real details are coming up next. Even though it looked like Phaedra was finally settling into her role on Married to Medicine, things were not so smooth behind the scenes. Fans noticed that she was not as involved in the group's dynamic as the other cast members. Soon, whispers started about whether she even wanted to be there. But what really made her leave? Was it the drama with the cast? Was it because she did not connect with the show's original concept? Or was she aiming for something much bigger? Phaedra's discomfort with the show's direction. One of the main reasons Phaedra left Married to Medicine was her discomfort with how the show was shaping up. Unlike Archo, which focuses on luxury, personal drama, and social status, Married to Medicine has always been about the personal and professional struggles of women in the medical world. Yes, there is drama, gossip, and explosive arguments, but the show still keeps a level of realness that Phaedra was not used to. Sources say Phaedra felt limited by the show's format. She could not just stir up drama and walk away like she did on Archo. The women on Married to Medicine expect real accountability, and they are not afraid to press each other on personal matters. This was something new for Phaedra, who was known for avoiding tough questions, dodging conflicts, and keeping her personal life as private as possible. And let's not forget, the medical world is very different from the entertainment industry. Phaedra knows how to handle a room full of feisty housewives, but a room full of successful doctors and medical professionals? That is a whole different challenge. Was she uncomfortable in a setting where her usual strategies did not work? Was she struggling to fit into a show where real-life struggles mattered more than who was throwing the most shade at brunch? The dinner party disaster? Did Phaedra push too far? If there is one thing Married to Medicine is known for, it is explosive dinner parties. And when Phaedra attended one particularly heated gathering, she found herself caught in serious drama. According to insiders, Phaedra got into a major argument with Dr. Heavenly Kimes. What started as a shady exchange turned into a full-blown clash within minutes. But what exactly caused the fight? Let's take a step back. Dr. Heavenly has a reputation for calling people out on their personal lives, and Phaedra was no exception. During a group discussion about relationships and marriage, Heavenly allegedly brought up Phaedra's past scandals from Archoi, including the Apollo-Nita situation. For those who need a refresher, Apollo was Phaedra's ex-husband, and their messy split was a huge storyline on Archo. But why did Heavenly bring it up? And how did Phaedra react? Well, let's just say things got very messy very fast. Phaedra's ex-husband, Apollo, went to prison for fraud, and their messy divorce played out in front of millions. Phaedra has always been very private about what happened afterward. Even on Archoi, she carefully controlled how much she shared about her personal life. So, when Dr. Heavenly brought up Apollo, Phaedra was completely caught off guard. Sources say she immediately got defensive and tried to shut the conversation down. But Dr. Heavenly did not back down. She told Phaedra, "You cannot keep running from your past. People want to know the truth." That comment set things off. Phaedra snapped back with a shady response, but by then, the room was already full of tension. What started as a casual conversation turned into a full-blown shouting match. The rest of the cast sat in shock, watching things spiral out of control. At one point, sources say Phaedra stormed out of the dinner, refusing to continue filming for the night. Was this the moment she realized she did not belong on the show? Or did this confrontation push her over the edge, making her want to go back to Archoi, where she knew exactly how to play the game? Why did Phaedra return to Archoi? After her rocky time on Married to Medicine, Phaedra's return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta left fans with one big question: why now? What made her leave one reality show and rush back to the franchise she was fired from years ago? Some believe she never planned to stay on Married to Medicine for long. Others say Bravo begged her to return to Archoi to shake things up. And then there are those who think Phaedra played her cards just right, waiting for the perfect moment to make her come back. But what is the real story? And what does this mean for the future of Archoi? Was Phaedra unhappy on Married to Medicine from the start? While some fans were excited to see Phaedra take on a new challenge, she never truly fit in with the Married to Medicine cast. Unlike her former Archoi co-stars, the women on Married to Medicine are deeply connected to their careers. Whether they are doctors themselves or married to top physicians, the show is built around a specific lifestyle. Phaedra, on the other hand, is not married to a doctor and is not in the medical field. She tried to blend in, but it was clear she was not as invested in the group's dynamic. She had her fun, threw some shade, and delivered her signature one-liners, but Married to Medicine is about more than just drama. It focuses on the personal and professional struggles of Black medical professionals, something Phaedra could not fully connect with. Some even believe Bravo only cast her as a test to see if fans were still interested in her. And guess what? They were. So, did Phaedra always plan to use Married to Medicine as a way to get back on Archo? Or was she simply waiting for the right moment to make her move? Did Bravo need Phaedra back on Archo? Now, let's talk about the state of Archo. The franchise has been struggling in recent seasons. With original cast members like Nene Leakes, Portia Williams, and Cynthia Bailey gone, the show has not been the same. Viewership has dropped, and many fans say the new seasons lack the drama, shade, and over-the-top moments that made our show a cultural phenomenon. So, what was Bravo's solution? Bring back a fan favorite who knows how to stir the pot. Insiders say Phaedra's return was carefully planned by Bravo executives. They knew she was a polarizing figure. Some love her, some do not. But one thing is for sure, she gets people talking. And let's not forget the unfinished business she has with her former castmates. Back in season 9, Phaedra was fired from our show after spreading a damaging rumor about Kandi Burruss. The revelation was so explosive that even Andy Cohen called it one of the darkest moments in Housewives history. So, how will the other women react to Phaedra's return? Is Bravo setting the stage for an intense showdown between her and Kandi? Or is there more going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about yet? Phaedra's strategy. Why now? Phaedra is many things, but she is not foolish. She plays chess, not checkers. If she decided to return to Archoe, you can bet it was a calculated move. Think about it, why now? The cast is weaker than ever, with so many original members gone. Her return gives the show an instant buzz. By staying away for a few years, she built up demand. Now, she is in control of her own story. When she left Archoe, it was in disgrace. Now, she has the chance to rewrite her narrative on her own terms. Did she wait for the perfect moment when Archoe needed her the most so she could come back as the star of the show? Or is there something even bigger happening that we do not know about yet? One thing is certain, this is not just a comeback. This is a power move. And trust me, the drama is only just beginning. But wait, how does Kandi feel about Phaedra's return? Is she planning revenge for what happened in season 9? Stick around, because in the next section, we are breaking down everything we know about the brewing war between Kandi and Phaedra.